Hello, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Texas Gadget Gal. A couple of days ago, my granddaughter and I were canning up some cherry cobbler filling and some cherry pit syrup, and we're just going to can up the leftover cherries. I'm going to make a simple syrup that's extra light with 4.5 cups of water and 1 cup of sugar. Heat it up and then pour it over our cherries. This is going to be using the raw pack method since I'm not heating the cherries. We're going to do all this in the steam canner. And in my water, I'm going to add that 1 cup of sugar, get it dissolved and heated up. And then we'll start pouring it over the cherries. We've been doing a whole lot more inside these last few days. Our forecast is to hit 107 for about 3 or 4 days out of the next 5 or 6. So it's going to be hot. Sugar's melted. This calls for 1/2 inch headspace. Make sure there's not a bunch of bubbles in there. Wipe our rims real good. This is sticky. And we'll do the rest. We have 5 pints of cherries left over. I did have these cherries in the refrigerator overnight, and I set them out and let them come to room temperature before putting hot syrup over them. I didn't want to shock the jars. I didn't smash them in here too hard. Recipes I saw suggested just not packing them in, so I didn't. It says to process these for 25 minutes, quarts or pints, and I'm going to add 5 minutes for my altitude. And get the steam canner going, and when it gets up to my dark green level where I have my test mark, we'll start timing it, and we'll be back. It's almost up. It's barely in the dark green zone, and I need to get it up to where I can't see it under my line I marked when I did a test run for my elevation. My timer went off, and then I let it sit for 5 more minutes before removing the lid so it can finish processing. That's what the instructions say to do. And now we'll have canned cherries throughout the winter. And I'm ready for winter. You sure are pretty. Thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll be back with our next video soon.